Welcome back to another edition of Yesterday in Sports. Let's take a look back at the scores and stories from Thursday, February 8th. Thursday's news was dominated by the NBA. The NBA trade deadline came and went on Thursday, and boy, did it come. The Indiana Pacers traded guard Buddy Hield to the 76ers for Marcus Morris, Furkan Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks. The Utah Jazz sent center Kelly Olynyk and guard Ochai Agbaji to the Raptors in exchange for Kira Lewis, Otto Porter Jr., and a 2024 first-round pick. The Thunder sent Tre Mann and Davis Bertans to the Hornets in exchange for Gordon Hayward. The Pistons are sending Alex Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic to the Knicks and getting Quentin Grimes, Malachi Flynn, Evan Fournier, and 2 second-round picks back in return. The Washington Wizards traded away starting forward Daniel Gafford to the Mavericks in exchange for Richaun Holmes and some second-round picks. The Raptors traded away guard Dennis Schroeder to the Nets for Thad Young and Spencer Dinwiddie. The Charlotte Hornets make another splash trade sending P.J. Washington to the Mavericks for Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a protected 2027 first-round pick. The 76ers agreed to deal Pat Bev to the Bucks for a 2027 second-round pick. And those are kind of the big ones. There were a couple other significant trades, and always important to know a couple of these players being traded are going to end up being released. But man, does the NBA know how to do a trade deadline correctly? The NFL had their annual NFL Honors Thursday night, where they hand out all the season's awards. Houston has 2 Rookie of the Year winners this year, as C.J. Stroud wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year, and edge Will Anderson takes home the Defensive Rookie of the Year. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey wins the Offensive Player of the Year award, which is basically just the best non-QB in the NFL. Browns edge rusher Myles Garrett wins a tight one for Defensive Player of the Year over T.J. Watt, while his head coach Kevin Stefanski wins his second Coach of the Year award. And then a shocking result to some, Browns quarterback Joe Flacco ended up winning the Comeback Player of the Year over Damar Hamlin. Flacco came back from the Jets? I don't know. Interesting. And then lastly, the MVP once again went home with Ravens star quarterback Lamar Jackson. The only other news of note came from the college world on Thursday. Wisconsin Badgers head coach Luke Fickell hinted at former Titans head coach Mike Vrabel joining his staff Thursday. Fickell said he's hoping to have Vrabel around, who is his best friend and former Ohio State teammate, as much as possible in an informal role with Badgers. Vrabel didn't land another head coaching gig this offseason, but still may land on his feet here. Lastly, we take a peek into how some of these college schools make money. The Southeastern Conference will distribute $741 million to its 14 schools, which equates to about $51 million per school. This money here is coming from what the conference made during the 2022-2023 fiscal year, and it's a $19 million increase from what they made last year. It's crazy how much these schools make and how little athletes make from it. It's just wild. Well, that's all the news and stories from Thursday. I'll see you guys next time.